And we are back again with a brand new episode of Another 24. And I got a very special guest in the building. Now, fellas, if your girl needs some, what all y'all say? Everything pretty much. If your girl needs some beauty supplies, you know, she needs some of that hair, she needs some of that moisturizer. Yeah, I need to go see my girl Dana over at Zoet Beauty Supply in Mableton. Zoet. Oh, my bad. Zoet. I'm going to cut that.
No worries.
So I have Miss Dana in the building. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. Can't complain. You know, another day, another 24. We always grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I mentioned, you are the owner of Zoet Beauty Supply in Mableton. So, first and foremost, why a beauty supply store? What made you go that route?
Well, it actually came about 2016, 2017. Mm-hmm. Me and my business partner, Shars, we were actually riding around downtown by Lenox, trying to find a place that sold this particular product. And we were like, wow, all the beauty supply stores, they're Asian owned, but nobody of our color own them. Mm-hmm. And so we started looking into it and found out less than 3% were black owned. So that made us even more curious to actually, look into owning one. And that's how the dream got started.
Already? So less than 3% of beauty supply stores are owned by black people?
Yep.
And how many black people do you think shop at beauty supply stores?
Like almost 97, 98, 99, because a lot of Hispanics do as well. So.
Okay. So I guess you guys' business was kind of created out of a need, like a lot of businesses are.
Yes.
Okay, so once you guys came up with that idea, what were the next steps? Like, did you guys immediately hop on it, or was it like a planning stage and stuff like that? How did that go?
It was because there's not a lot of information on how to get in the industry. Like we had to do a lot of digging, a lot of researching, and that's what happened next, which is why it took so long from 2016, 17 to physically opening the first store in 2019.
2019. Okay.
Yes.
So about 3 years. Okay.
Yeah, about 3 years. So had to find the right location.
Right. All of that.
Yeah. So it was bananas. Put it like that, because you can't be too close to another beauty supply store either, because then you won't be able to get the accounts you need to buy the products you need.
Got you. So, okay, you guys are in Mableton, right there in Veterans Memorial. I've been there a few times. Mm-hmm. How did you guys settle on that location?
So there isn't one in that area.
Okay.
Mableton is like a little black-owned community with a lot of black-owned businesses that people don't even know about. Right. So, and it's in a public shopping center. So it was like shopping center, beauty supply that goes hand in hand. Mm-hmm. So that's how we end up settling on it, because the other one is like way up the street, up the street.
Okay, so you guys are both black women. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you guys are double minority. Yes. You're black, and then you're women. Mm-hmm. Did you guys have a lot of obstacles when trying to secure loans and, trying to get that business license, that type of thing? Talk about some of those challenges that you guys faced.
Actually, we didn't face too many challenges on the actual business aspect of it that everybody would face. Trying to get started, get the funding. We kind of had that already mapped out. It was just about planning. We just faced a lot of backlash on the back end, business in our industry. Really? So that's some of the stuff that we can't publicly come out and talk about. Right. But when it's time,
Yeah, write a book or something. That's what you do.
Yes.
Okay. So how did you guys of course you guys did a bunch of research, like you said. Did you guys do a lot of networking where y'all at different events, like those conferences and stuff like that?
We did go to conferences. We joined groups on social media. We're in actually a whole network of black-owned beauty supply stores. Okay. And we all know each other from here to California, Canada, Virgin Islands, Bahamas. Like, we all know each other. Even if we don't know each other's name, we know each other's name of the store. So we kind of know who's who. Yeah, because we all kind of stick together. We give each other tips and tricks and stuff.
Gotcha. That's dope. It's always about, they say a network is your net worth, and that is so true. Yeah, that's so true, because even doing this, what I do is just because of people that I know, people like you doing cool shit. It's like, if I didn't know anybody doing nothing, I wouldn't have no show. So
right.
So I did a little research too, and I saw that the beauty industry is like a I think, a $49 billion industry.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear a number like that, $49 billion,
Mm-hmm.
that's unheard of. Like,
Right.
and if somebody had $49 billion, which some people do, you'd be like, why you have so much money? But
Right.
how does it feel to know that, you know, some of those dollars are up for grabs for you? Like, you can
Right.
go up there and take however much of that $49 billion that you're willing to work for. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels amazing because it's like, although it's a large number, that number changes so much because it's
Right.
not even a way to put a
real
dollar,
number, right.
yeah, a real number on it, but we
Mhm.
know it's large.
Mhm.
And it feels good to know that, you know, we're getting some of those dollars and also giving it back to the community as
Okay,
well.
okay.
Whether we're giving it back to the customer or the community, because we give a lot back to the customer. Every $75 that they spend with us, we give them $5 back to spend in the store.
Oh, okay.
And
Y'all
if
heard
you
that?
know women,
Right.
you know that we spend a ton at a beauty supply
Oh, yeah.
store.
Uh-huh.
So that's one of our ways of giving back to the customer and thanking them for shopping with us.
Yeah.
So not only do we get a part of the slice of that multi-billion dollar industry,
Right.
we give it back to the customer.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, a lot of beauty supply stores, especially the non-black owned ones, I don't think they really doing
Yeah,
stuff like
they
that. So, you guys have more than one location, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, when you opened that first one, I'm sure that was probably the biggest challenge.
Mm-hmm.
How much easier was it to open that second location?
Way easier.
It was way easier.
When I tell you, we literally, like, soon as we signed to open the second location, it's a much smaller location because it's in a niche market.
Where is it again? Just
It's inside of New Black Wall Street Market in Stonecrest, Georgia.
Okay.
So it's one of the smaller stores, but it's the bigger store inside of there. One of the bigger stores inside of there. We literally put that store up like overnight.
Oh, for real?
Yes, like
Wow.
we had to wait for our floors to be done. We rented a U-Haul, got out all of our products, picked up our shelving, which is no middle of the floor shelving. It's all on the wall because of how it's a weird shape.
Right, right.
And literally, I was checking off the invoices and we was putting it on the shelves at the same time. And the next day, people walked by like, "Wait a minute, y'all did this overnight?"
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, for real.
we did.
Okay.
So people are like, "Wow, y'all literally set up shop overnight." And I think I could do it over again. A larger store, I could probably set it up in 2 to 3 days.
Really, by yourself? Well, with your
Well,
team?
not by myself,
With your
but
team.
it was like me, my business partner, my brother, and his 2 kids. So they were, helping me open boxes and doing other things as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I guess is it like a formulaic? Like it's a formula that you go by when you're opening those new stores and you just check it off. It's not like a lot of guesswork.
It's not like a guesswork. I think we got it down pat. We know what we did right. We know what we did wrong on the first location. So now we got it like it's flowing.
Solid.
It's solid. You just got to find that right location to be able to just put it together.
Right. So you mentioned your business partner. I'm sure she couldn't be here, so she's working. Right. So, that's another thing that's important too, to have a partner, have somebody with you going through this whole process. So how do you feel like you guys kind of bounce off each other or complement each other?
Yeah.
Like whose weaknesses is the other person's strengths and vice versa?
Yes. We're like a perfect balance.
Okay.
Whatever I'm good at is like she's not, and whatever she's not good at, I am. And some things we're both good at.
Right.
And so, you know how sometimes you can say something and one person may take it one way and another person may take it another way?
Right.
We hear 2 different things.
Okay, yeah.
Which is good because that means that the customer could hear or see 2 different things. So now we're looking at it like, wait, they may not take that the right way. Let's rephrase that or...
Right.
So it's good that we kind of like yin and yang, and we bounce off of each other. I wish she could be here, but
Right, yeah. Next time she'll pull up. We got her.
yes, next time.
So what was your, I know because, we kind of know each other, but what was your training or your introduction into running your own business? Like, how did you take what you already knew and just apply it to your own brand?
Right. So that starts actually from way younger as well.
Okay.
I mean, I knew, how when you're growing up and the teacher asks you what you want to be when you grow up, I used to always just say something. I was like, I don't know, I want to work, I want to just own some stuff.
Right.
But we all know they don't go that way. And so I always knew I wanted to own business, but I just didn't know what. Went to college, still didn't know what I really wanted to do. I changed my major like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then ended up after college securing a Fortune 500 job with the company. And with that company, you run your business as if you were an entrepreneur.
Right.
Like you handle everything from the P&L to firing, hiring, everything.
Right.
So that pretty much trained me to be able to, get a first world experience of like what it's like to run your own business. Of course, outside of marketing, they handle marketing and everything. Right, yeah. So that's actually the biggest part. I wish I would have learned somewhere else.
Right. Gotcha.
So that was kind of like my background of, just coming into entrepreneurship. I was like, if I can do it for them, I can do it for somebody else. So, and especially when I grew the last location I was at from a 1.5 mil to a 2.5 mil to a 3.5 mil in less than 3 years. So
you was like, I can do this.
Yeah, I can do this. I was like, I can do this.
So when you were running that business with the company, what were some things what were some lessons that you learned kind of early? Like this is going wrong, right? I know how to fix it. And then what were some of those things that you actually saw happen in Zoet? Okay,
yeah. So and once again, you said things that happened with the company that I previously worked. Okay, so
like a troublesome employee, and then you learn how to like something like that.
So I learned about two different things. I learned about inventory management and how to keep an eye on things, how to make systems check out, so you know that if this is happening, then let me check into this, and this. When it comes to either money or register or inventory, anything like that. And the second thing I learned was HR management because I got kind of like a unique experience. I had an employee who applied for unemployment, but they weren't supposed to because they resigned. Right. And normally with big companies, the person who's over HR is the person who attends the hearing. Okay. She was on vacation out the country.
Oh my God.
The next person down is the person who's supposed to go. He was on a cruise.
Oh Lord.
So the next person down was me. And that was like a once in a lifetime. They never had it to happen. So the lawyers had to prep me. They gave me like a document that was like this long with all the stuff in it.
Oh
so that prepped me, and I learned a lot about like how to secure the company for things like that as well. So such as if somebody is doing a lot of things and they're calling out or not coming to work or coming in late, you always want to ask them why. Like, don't just be like, okay. Because as soon as you go to the HR hearing, every single thing that happened for the, like, whether they called out or something, they're going to ask you, well, did you ask them why they were late? Did you ask them why they didn't come in? And that's a key factor.
Dang. So it's just like CYA, like really covering your ass on stuff like that. Wow. See, I would have never, who knows about it? You don't really know about that kind of stuff unless you go through it.
Right.
Dang, that's kind of crazy. That's wild. Ooh, well, y'all learning something here. Yeah, shoot. So was that, were you kind of nervous about that? Were you scared, or were you just like, you know what, it's my job, so I'm going to just handle it?
I was, but they prepped me so well. And plus it was over the phone. It wasn't in person. It was over the phone, but it was still like 2 hours long, I want to say. And plus that was my first time doing anything legally with a court. Like I've never been in trouble. Like, I mean, I hear about stuff and I would, know stuff a little bit, but I've never physically been to court. Like,
so it's a whole totally different thing for you. Got you.
Totally different.
So you guys opened in 2019. Then 2020, one of the biggest things that ever happened in the United States, COVID. So number one, did you guys have any idea that a freaking deadly disease was going to come and just change the whole landscape of everything? And number two, how did you guys bounce back? How did you guys prepare? What kind of things did you do differently after COVID?
Okay. Got it. So, well, yes, we had just opened in 2019.
Right.
And we were in the process of people getting to know that we are there. So, of course, we're, trying to market, trying to find the customer base, let people know that we're there. That's even just in our immediate area. COVID hit, and because Mableton is not a city, it's a township, we had to go by what Governor Kemp said. Which was very vague, that people didn't know this. He basically said you can stay open if your mayor said that you could stay open. So basically he told you you can be open or closed depending on what your mayor said. We didn't have a mayor because we were in a township. So we were one of the few beauty supply stores that were allowed to stay open because we sold hand sanitizer, masks, gloves. We pivoted quick.
Right.
Quick. And so word got out that, oh, it's a beauty supply store that's open, and people were literally driving 2 to 3 hours to come to us.
Damn.
On top of that, we started selling some of the local like government agencies and stuff like that, and hospitals. They found out that we had stuff, so they were literally, we didn't even have to go through the process. They literally just like, hey, we got this, we need this, and we were selling to them by the thousands.
Wow.
Thousands, like we were bringing in like COVID stuff like it was drugs.
Really?
Like I felt like we were trapping.
Yeah, I was trapping that sanitizer.
Literally, and we literally had to prepare. At that time, I can't remember if our website was, I don't think our website was exactly up. I think we were trying to get it up. And before then, people were literally calling from California, New York, and Florida for some reason. It went viral there. And people were calling and placing orders. I was on the phone taking the order, and she was at the front ringing out customers. And so I was writing down everything and shipping it to people. On top of that, we would post what we had every day. We would literally have to be strategic, get to work, do everything we needed to do, and keep in mind I went early that morning, like to every vendor that I knew, and try to find the stuff that I needed. When I found the stuff, I went and posted immediately. Like we had to eat lunch, do everything we needed, and as soon as we posted on Instagram, keep in mind we in the public shopping center. It seemed like people were waiting in Publix or something. I don't know, but as soon as we posted it, like people were coming like 5 minutes, showing up. I need 20 boxes of masks. I need the hand sanitizer. They were literally, we would sell out in like 2-3 hours, but we knew that the traffic would come as soon as we posted on Instagram.
Right.
Because we would tell people we'll post it. Please don't call because we're backed up with calls. Just watch our Instagram, turn your notifications on, and that's exactly how it went. And it was crazy. And it was only just 2 of us. We had an employee, but she was afraid of COVID, so she didn't come to work.
Right.
Yeah, so it was just me and her, and we held it down.
So y'all would get shipments like basically daily, almost?
No, I was physically going to go get it.
Oh, okay.
But we did start bringing in shipments because that's what we were bringing in by the thousands. So, yeah.
So it was kind of like a blessing and a curse for you guys, huh?
Yes. Because a lot of people found out about us, and they kept shopping with us because of our customer service.
Okay.
So it was like a blessing in disguise.
For real. If another crazy, God forbid, pandemic like that ever happened again, what do you think you guys would do differently, or what do you think you would, or how would you handle it now?
It depends. I mean, you always got to be ready to pivot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, beauty supply stores wasn't, I mean, we sold gloves, of course, but most beauty supply stores didn't sell masks. Masks was unheard of. That was like what? Like, we got to put something over our face? Hand sanitizer, like, nobody care about that. So, but we pivoted. We was like, this is what the demand is. Let's find a way for us to get it and provide it to the community.
Gotcha.
So you just have to keep pivoting.
That's awesome. That's pretty good, man. Y'all on it, man. Shout out CC what black women do, man. Shout out to y'all. So you guys, you have a website. You have POS systems. You have, I'm sure, inventory type of system to keep everything on track. Marketing, advertising. How are you and your partner handling all of that? Are you guys doing everything? Not everything yourselves, but like, are you guys finding all of the companies that help you with that? Did you guys get recommended certain companies? Like, how did that whole thing go? Because I know it takes a lot to run a store. Like,
yes, it does. Luckily for us, we pretty much handle everything. And our POS system does a lot. And we kind of put things on auto. Like, for instance, when we have a campaign, we'll go ahead and sit down, plan out the campaign, the sales, what are we going to do? We'll go ahead and schedule all the emails, the texts. I'll go ahead and design. I'm kind of like the person who designs the stuff for the website. On top of that, for like marketing, all of our employees, they have to submit 2 social media posts or content per week. So that covers like the natural in-store things. Because we're rarely there. We're trying to grow the business. And so if y'all are there, I mean, of course it's downtime. It's downtime at any job. For sure. So during downtime, they create content. So that handles the in-store organic content. And then of course we have people who come in the store all the time. They do their own social media posts. So that's along with that. So, I mean, we do Google ads. Like, basically, we know how to do pretty much everything. Now, of course, it's a difference in between knowing how to do stuff and getting ready to scale it and take it to the next level. And we haven't got that far yet, but we're pretty good with handling that and advertising. We do our own bookkeeping. We have an accountant, but he checks it quarterly.
Okay.
And
okay.
so far, he's like, y'all just on it. I mean, y'all
Right.
just one of the easiest people I can do.
Right, for real. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you mentioned scaling and going to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys see Zoet going? Like how like do you guys want to have franchises? Guys want to be like a Sally Beauty Supply type of thing? Like what do you guys see?
So that's kind of hard to say. We're in the middle now of trying to figure that out. We know we want at least 5 stores: East Side, West Side, North Side, downtown, and South Side. Actually, downtown was actually supposed to be the original location, but we couldn't find one, and still can't to this day. So you see how hard that is. But we will see. It might be, we might want to actually franchise. It may be an option, but we will explore all that as we get more to that 5 location range.
Right.
I do want to see a lot of back end things going on, such as government contracts. We're getting ready to work on stuff like that.
Okay.
So stuff that's not necessarily when people walk through the front door of the store. Things on the back end.
Got you. So what is like the weirdest, like most out there call that you guys have gotten about your products? Like you ever had like, I don't know, like a TV show or something called like, do you guys have this, or just something out there?
Let's see here. Let's see. I don't think I have one of those type of, because it's crazy. You can sell so much stuff inside of a beauty supply store. So,
we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
So how do you guys pick which products you guys carry? Like, do you actually use all the products? Do you go by reviews? Like, how does that work?
So we, the first thing you do when you open your beauty supply store, you want to carry the most popular stuff. Okay. And you will know, if you're in the industry, you will know the most popular stuff. It's stuff that people are using or stuff that's viral. On top of that, we also write down, if somebody asks for something, they have to write down everything that somebody asked for that we don't have. Okay. So that way, when it's time for me to bring in a new product, I can just easily skim the list and be like, okay, well, this been asked for 5, 6, 7, 8 times in 1 week. So I know that this is a hot commodity product because everybody's asking for it. Okay. On top of that, we also give local business owners, and not even just local, just anybody who has their own brand. We work with people who want to get inside of stores, because the big brands, they're not looking at people small. Like, they try to brush them off, but that's not us. We actually helped one company, we were the first store they were in, and now they're in 5 or 6 other black-owned beauty supply stores. Okay. So we partner with them and, grow their business and help them to get into other stores. Right. So that's kind of like the process of, doing things. Anything that's new that we think they may sell, sometimes it's just all about taking a chance. Gotcha.
What is like the most popular product you did?
Right now? Right now, as I currently speak, is the Miel Rosemary and Mint Drops.
I don't know what that is, but okay, cool.
It's a viral TikTok thing right now. So it's like, when something goes viral on TikTok, I have to like just up how many I keep in stock because,
Okay, all right. So you guys, I was looking at your website, and you guys, y'all carry bundles, y'all carry frontals, closures, textures, wigs. What the hell does that mean? Okay, I know what a wig is. I know what a wig is. I loosely know what a bundle is. But what is a frontal? What is a closure? Fellas, y'all need to know, like, what is all the rest? What does that mean?
Right. So I'm gonna make it fellas terminology.
Okay, please do.
So y'all know what a wig is. You just slap it on the whole unit. A bundle is like a track, we sew that in, from back in the day, y'all know what a track look like. The frontal is something that none of your hair is left out, and it's just the front piece, and it goes from here all the way to here. A closure, just take my hand and put it right here. So it's only right here, and it looks natural just from here to here. Okay. And you can part it anywhere. The frontal, you can part it anywhere as well, but the closure is only like a area right here. Yeah, but you sew the bundles around it. Okay. What else on there? Oh, you said textures. So textures is the type of curl pattern. If it's straight, curly, really curly, wavy. So that's the textures. And that's just like a brief rundown. Right. Okay. Because I was like, why is there so many different types of hair? And what is I guess Brazilian, Remy, like what's those differences? So with the types of hair, that's all a marketing technique, and people don't realize that. So back in the day, I think when I was in like high school or something, you used to see stuff that says like 2A, oh, it's the best quality hair. 3A, it's the best quality hair. if that's the case, because if it's virgin hair, that means it's cut off somebody's head, right? I'm like, did these people grow new hair out their head? Like, where is that coming from? Because now they say, oh, 13A is the best quality hair. Okay. Well, where you get these 13A people from?
Right.
Like, did they start growing some type of new hair out their head? If that's the case, I want to grow some new hair out my head. Like, I want something to be long and I want it to be this curly. So that's all a marketing technique.
Okay.
Because some of those cultures don't even cut off their hair for a living.
Oh.
If you think about it that way.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So
it's just, okay.
It's a marketing technique.
Right, they just so they can make it seem like it's more
like,
prestigious.
Now there are different levels to hair, and that's
yeah,
a deeper
sure.
conversation. But yeah, all those
Got you. So beauty supply stores are mainly marketed for women.
No, not necessarily. That's how we. Yes, but not with us.
Not with y'all. Okay,
No,
I've been to your
not
store. I've been to your store a couple times. I bought some stuff from y'all before. Got the beard stuff. Like, what products do y'all have like for men?
Gotcha.
Just in case men want to come see y'all.
Yeah, you know? So believe it or not, we have a high percentage of people who are men in our stores. I want to say last time we looked, it was like somewhere around like 40%.
What?
Of our customers are men.
Are they shopping for their girls though?
So here's the thing: we do live in a neighborhood where it's two well-to-do black communities in our area, and so a lot of them are married. A lot of them do have kids. Whether they're shopping for themselves or for the family when their wife send them up there. Most of the time they use the wife number though when they check in. I feel like it's still, that percentage is still correct. But for men, we sell barber equipment, clippers, trimmers, beard oil, shaving gel, shaving cream. I can't even think, like capes and stuff like that. We have a large selection for men, put it like that.
Okay. Well, that's good, man. Y'all ain't left out. You know, I got you. You know, that's dope. So, if you know these young girls coming up, you know, they see what you're doing. They see you got multiple locations. You plan on growing. Like, what is some of the best advice you could give for some of those up and coming women? Yeah.
So the best advice I can give them is if you know what you want to do, work on your business every day. I don't care if you watch a 10-second TikTok or if you watch a 3-hour long video or if you read a book that take you a month. Do something every day that works towards your business. That's how you get in the habit of doing something every day. Because when you get in the game for real, there is like no really days off until you get to that level where you scaled and hired people to take care of everything.
Right.
But do something every single day to work on your business. Don't be afraid to pivot. So meaning that if you come up with an idea and it's not working or you can't see how to make money off of it, find another way to try to bring in income off of it. And then don't be afraid to do something that other people have done. And the perfect example that you hear everybody say, on the bread aisle, there's 50 million pieces of bread, 50 brands of bread.
Right.
But that don't stop somebody from,
having their own bread.
Company. Right. Just be the best one.
Got you. Okay, there y'all go. Y'all got it. All right. So, we talk a lot about, especially in America, other parts of the world it's different maybe, but we talk a lot about monetary success, material things, having the biggest, the best of this or that. Like, what is success to you? Is success having a certain, X amount of dollars in the bank? Is success being able to kick back and make money overnight? Like, what does that look like for you?
Success
What's your ultimate goal too?
Is peace of mind and freedom.
That's
because I don't know if you see it. You'll see a lot of celebrities who they have the money, but they're still battling depression because they're not happy. Right. Or they could be working too long. I was recently watching, I forgot which documentary, but she was working like 18 hours a day. Like, I want to say it was one of the ladies from one of the models from back in the day. I can't even think of her. Pamela Anderson.
Oh, okay.
I was actually watching, they had her literally shooting one movie in the daytime and one movie at night. Literally 18 hours a day, every single day.
Damn.
And you got to just know what's happiness for you.
Right.
Do what makes you happy.
Okay.
For me, what makes me happy is that if I could get peace of mind and freedom, like just to be able to do what I want to do, but still own the business. So that way it's still fun and it's not, a headache. So that will be peace of mind and success for me. So.
Okay. All right. So freedom and just being able to just relax and not have to worry about shit all the time. Okay. All right, so this is the part of the interview that I was telling you about.
Uh-oh, do I need to be scared?
Nah. You ain't gonna be, ain't no reason to be scared, nah. Don't be scared. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you 4 pictures of some lovely black women. And I want you to tell me which products out of your store that your customers can buy to kind of recreate some of these looks. Okay? First, we got Miss Beyonce.
Okay, Beyonce. So for this picture, you can do one of 2 things. We actually have a wig that it's not a human hair wig. It's a synthetic wig, but it's premium fiber, so you can curl it and do other things to it that looks like that. It's basically a crimp look. Okay. Or you can get a sew-in or a frontal or virgin hair wig and create the same look. Okay. And create that exact same look. This is not her real hair. No.
Anything with the face, any kind of like moisture?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Of course, we sell makeup. We have like the eyeliner, the eyebrow brushes and stuff, and the eyebrow makeup, lip gloss, foundation. We also sell fragrance. We actually just got into selling designer. So we sell Versace and stuff, and it's real. It's not like we buying it bootleg.
Right, okay.
So you can create that scent as well because you look and smell good and you feel good.
All right, next we got Miss Tracy Ellis Ross with the natural curly fro there.
So depending on your hair texture, you can achieve this look by actually doing a wash and go, depending on your hair texture. You can either use mousse and like you would wash your hair with shampoo and conditioner. Of course, we have plenty of those. And then you actually put mousse on it, and when it dries, it becomes big. However, if you're like me, who has 4C hair, you would have to actually wash your hair with shampoo and conditioner, get some flexi rods, the soft ones, roll your hair, let it sit overnight, and then, or you can dry it in a dryer. I prefer not to dry mine under a dryer. Okay. And then you can take it out, and then you will have to separate it, fluff it out with a pick, and you'll be good to go.
Gotcha. Any special shampoo that you recommend?
It varies per customer.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it depends on if they need a hydrating, moisturizing, clarifying, anti-dandruff. So it's a lot of different shampoos that we have to ask the customer case by case. And that's the type of customer service you get in our store as well.
Yeah, okay. You hear that? Customer service. All right. Next, we got Miss Kelly Rowland with the luscious braids there.
Yes. So one of the most popular braiding hair is the Ultra Expressions. So you can get 3 to 4 packs of that. It looks like hers is regular box braids, so not knotless, just regular box braids. So it will only take 3 to 4 packs to achieve this look, depending on how long you want it. We have a perfect parting comb that actually helps you to part the hair better. It's something that has like a gap from the top of the comb to the next level, only on that first slot. You can get that. Or you can get the Ruwa braiding hair, which is water repellent. So meaning that if you're going swimming or something like that, it actually dries faster. And the last one I'm going to mention is the Spectra hair. Spectra. So you know how people say, I can't get braids because it itches my hair. Right. Well, my scalp. That's because you're probably allergic to connectline, which is made with the other types of braiding hair. Spectra is made out of Spectra fibers, which is antibacterial, and we've actually turned a lot of people in our community onto that. They thought they couldn't get braids, but now they can get braids because they use the Spectra hair because it's not made out of connecline.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And don't forget to oil your scalp.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what you're talking about. All right. I know the girls know.
Yes.
All right. Last but not least, we got Miss Rihanna with the blonde Goldilocks there.
Yeah. So you can achieve this look by getting virgin hair. You can either dye it to blonde, or you can get a wig that's already blonde, or you can get a frontal and bundles to do this. Or if you have naturally long hair, we just brought in this new product by Matrix. I want to say the official name of it is the High Bond Riser Bleaching Developer, and it posts the Lift at 9 level. So I know that's kind of like foreign language to you, but the girls know what I'm talking about. They know what you're talking about. Meaning you can achieve a 613, which is the color of this hair look, in one setting. You don't have to be at the salon all day. Like literally only just one setting, and you're done. You at 613. Wow. So. Those are the ways you can achieve that look. And then as far as styling the actual hair, it looks like you could just take a curling iron and kind of like do like a loose wave, one curl-ish thing, and don't make it too tight because it's a loose look. Okay, gotcha. And of course the lipstick and we got all that as well.
Okay, all right. So it sounds like you know exactly what you're talking about. So what else is next for you guys? Do you guys have any? Like, you guys gonna shoot some commercials? You guys gonna bring in some celebrity ambassadors? Like, what's next for you guys?
Yeah, so this year we're hoping to do more partnerships, more brand recognition, grow the business, of course. We both have other businesses outside of this business that we haven't released yet, if that makes sense. But you'll know when we release it.
Okay. All right.
What else? More content. Content is everything.
Yeah, content is king right now.
Content is king, yes. And just basically just working on solving issues. Like there are a lot of issues that I see that aren't solved. And I'm like, we could solve that issue. So we're working on a lot of those things as well.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate it. And give them the address one more time.
Sure. So, of course, it's Zoet Beauty Supply, like Zoet, Moet, Poet.
Not Zoe, not like I just fucked it up.
No worries. I know it's what's funny is actually pronounced as Zoet in Dutch because it means sweet in Dutch. But we pronounce it the American way, like Zoet, Moet, Poet.
Right.
So, but it's 1025 Veterans Memorial Highway, Mapleton, Georgia, Southeast. Mapleton, Georgia, 30126. And then the Stonecrest location is 8109 Mall Parkway. And of course, that's in Stonecrest, Georgia. And then hopefully we'll have a third location coming soon. You can shop with us online as well at zoetbeautysupply.com. And we're on social media, Zoet Beauty Supply as well, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
All right. Well, listen, Danny, we definitely appreciate you and your expertise, dropping some knowledge here. Yeah. And, maybe me and Adrian will pull up one day and we'll just do some, do a little content in your store and just see what you guys are talking about out there. All right?
I got you.
Appreciate it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. No problem. And that's a wrap.
Whoop, whoop.